is a touch I really like. The enemies look more robotic now. In the old one, it kind of looked like they were actual insects. Like, they're actually supposed to be robots. Except one of them. And you know what? Seeing these vibrant colors... I wonder if people will get mad at me for this, but now I'm just thinking of Balan Wonderworld. Now, the reason I said I wonder if people will get mad is because Balan Wonderworld, that is a game I didn't even know about when it was first advertised, and it looks so amazing. Like, I've never played Knights, but I've seen enough footage to be reminded of it, and I heard that it sucks. Like, it was painfully generic. Like, this stage... I've never been that interested in. I would hardly call it I've said before that there are like 3 stages, right? 1 stage per hub in this game that I just don't care for. And for this one, it's Robotica Farms. Before it was Breeze Harbor, and before that, it's Hirokos. But seeing these fully fleshed out, colorful, just newer versions that Toys for Bob made, like, I need one of those things. Like, it just looks and sounds so much better, and I think the reason I was thinking of Balan Wonderworld is because of the first stage. I think it's the first stage. I don't quote me on that. But the one with the farmer, I think he turns into a wolf, like a gigantic wolf or something. The game is supposed to be about, like, people battling with certain problems like sadness and depression. And the presentation is amazing. So, it looks like something... Plus, it was done by Yuji Naka, and I can't remember the name of the other guy, but, the people that came up with Knights and Sonic the Hedgehog, like, who wouldn't be excited for that? And the game was a bust, from what I've heard. It was just something I thought of. Like, I'm not saying this stage is painfully generic. It's just, this one, personally, I was never a fan of it. I love this version. I actually do like this much better than the old one, but, like, I would not consider it a favorite. I think maybe because it's about farming and agriculture and things like that, even though it's robots doing it. I really like the fantasy elements of the other 2 stages, so I think that's what it is. Like, Hirokos, it's about... Oh, crap. It's about these things called gear grinders stealing electricity from electrolls. And then you have Breeze Harbor, where there's pelicans who are part of an army fighting these... I think they call them land blobs, or something like that. They look like larvae. So that's like war-themed. But the fantasy elements of Mystic Marsh and Cloud Temples, the inhabitants are wizards. I think that's the reason why. There's nothing inherently wrong with these things. So I don't want to make anyone mad saying, yeah, I don't care for the stages. It's not me saying that the stages suck. Except certain missions. I'm looking at you, Troll Mission. Yeah, this is probably a theme I don't care too much for. But I still love the stage. In fact, there's something... I haven't seen enough of the Ripto's Rage prototype to know if this was a thing. But, oh crap. Look at what they did here. This is not in the old one. At least it's not in the version I have. I know Spyro 3 had a Greatest Hits version. I don't know if the first 2 games had a Greatest Hits version. I better get them cheap. But I know in Spyro 3, the Greatest Hits version has some slight differences. So I don't know if Ripto's Rage went through the same thing, but I've never seen that rocket before, and I'm sure Toys for Bob just added that, because it looked like you probably were supposed to have something similar Like, if anyone knows if that was supposed to be in the Insomniac version, please tell me. But I have no idea if it was supposed to be. But it seems so fitting that that rocket would be there. Because that elevator, yeah, it will take you up there in the old one. But there's nothing up there. There's no reason to be up there. So I'm guessing Insomniac did want to put something there. And they just didn't. Like, maybe they forgot. I know the latter two games were, I think, kind of rushed. Like, they were awesome games. They were perfect games. Well, okay, no game is completely perfect. But they were still fun games. But I know they were rushed. Because, like, keep in mind, Ripto's Rage had those stage titles, right? Like, we had Colossus Springs. It was changed to Idle Springs. But they kept that in the dialogue for one of the Zephyr inhabitants. So, yeah, I don't know if that rocket was supposed to be there in the old one and they just forgot to add it. But now Toys for Bob pretty much gave us a reason to go up that elevator. And I really should stop coming after these things with no ammo. You're gonna die, Firecat. Oh, I didn't get those gems. Yeah, thankfully, again, you don't even need to kill all these things. They're just in my way. But I like that it's robots trying to farm. Like, what are they farming? I love that, you know, Toys for Bob did kind of add more of a robotic feel to this. Now, where... I need to find ammo. Oh, see, it's probably because I don't recognize these things. They don't stand out as much. Thankfully, I think they kind of home in if you're close enough to the bees, so, or wasps, whatever these things are. Ah, crap. Really? Just prove me wrong. Oh, I think I missed a gem. We're actually coming up to another mission I used to hate as a kid. I don't hate it anymore, because I think I'm fairly good with the supercharging. And it's actually a bit easier to control in this version. But I used to hate this mission. Because I think as a kid, I wasn't as big a fan of the supercharging. Which is saying something. Because Treetops, I think even then, was one of my favorite stages. I think there was just something about this mission that I hated. I don't know. I guess I just considered Treetops more fun. Because you're chasing after two thieves. It was probably one of the few things I discovered on my own. I actually don't even remember. I might have told the story before. But I think I discovered it on my own. I don't think I just read the manual. I may have read... Like, I know I used the manual for the Red Thief. I'm pretty sure I did. But the yellow one? I don't think I did. Okay. See if I can do this in one hit. Really? Why? Probably shouldn't have jumped off right at the edge, but yeah, whatever. The mission is done! So let's hope I can finish all of this before I run out of time. So I still want to see. I've got one more stage, and then I've got Dragon Shores. And yeah, I'm gonna try and yeah, of course I'm gonna show off the Super Flame. That should be immediately opened as soon as I get there, because you need 100% to get that. You don't actually have to do the mini games for that. I'm probably gonna abuse the gem finder. Ow. That was the game paying me back for saying that. Ugh. Oh, I really wish they had thrown in the shortcuts from Spyro 3. I remember someone 100%ing this game when it came out, and they complained on Twitter. Like, they even got the trophies, all of the trophies, and they complained that Ripto's Rage had the same continuity problems. I mean, yeah, it does, but, I mean, don't immediately complain about it, like, as soon as you finish it. Okay, where? Oh, I hate when I do this. You know, I say I wish they threw in the shortcuts. We have shortcuts. There's one right here. And you know what? Insomniac learned from that. They gave us shortcuts for Spyro 3. Light!